guys, today I thought that we would have a look at some cards I made for Valentine's, both past and present, and got some still in stock which we'll look at straight away here, and then I'll put some photographs up of some ones that have already been sold in the past, and we'll chat through those as well. So starting straight away, we'll get on with the one in front of you, which is this gorgeous basic grey pattern. I really like basic grey, and that's very typical basic grey styling. We've got chipboard on the front here, a rub-on for the sentiment, and I like the shape being a long slender card like that, so I think that works really well. And then just on the inside I've just put a sentiment sticker, so very simple on the inside, not a lot happening on that one. Okay, the next one I've got is this one, which is an anagraphine card, and I think that's just a really pretty card to receive. I mean, it's almost like receiving a bouquet of flowers in itself. So much going on that, and it's a really simple card. It's very typical kind of sort of set design almost for her, in that you've got your card base, your card layer, a sentiment tag, and then some embellishments and a ribbon around the edge, and then of course to finish off a lovely insert as well. So that's really nice. I think that's a pretty one to carve, and it's such a vibrant colours. The next one we've got is this one from Cricut, and this is using the Cricut Mini. I think this was the first card that I made using my Cricut Mini. So, and I just think it's such a cute card, and this will be Create a Critter, I'm quite sure. And then you've got your love bug there, and I just think it's so sweet, and I really like how that turned out. And then just on the inside, just a little bit more of that gingham paper. So, and then of course we've got googly eyes, which is cute. So yes, we've got that. And then what I managed to do was find an envelope with sort of pattern paper inside that was kind of matching to all the colours. So I thought that was really nice, so that when you open the envelope, on the inside of the envelope is a nice matching colour. And the next one we've got is another anagraphine one. This is not one that's of her kind of set format styles. This is one that I've completely taken from scratch, and you just basically used her Valentine, I don't know what it's called I'm afraid, but kind of paper pack and sentiments, and there's a little border sticker here that I've added on, and obviously the little ribbon. And then on the inside you've got this, which is because this was a double-sided piece of cardstock. It was this piece at the top, and I just took it, folded it in half, added the bottom section, put the border across, added a sticker, added the ribbon, and it was done, because you had this amazing cardstock on the inside. And then I just added this tab label thing in. And the other thing that I did was I took an envelope and I just, again, I lined it with the matching paper, because the cardstock came with paper that was matching, so I just popped that in. Actually, I think this may well have been the paper that I put on top, and I just used up some of that in there. So that was just to make a really nice finish. And then the next card we've got is, this is a Cricut card, and I'm trying to think, I think this was made using the Hello Kitty cartridge, and you got your cherries here, and it says "You Make Life Sweet." You've got the gorgeous paper at the bottom, which that is actually part of the paper there. This section here is extra, but this part is actually not. It looks like it's actually been put on, but it isn't. And then this bit, obviously I have punched, and then it's just simply plain on the inside, and I've just added a bit of the extra cardstock to the edge there, so that when it closes it just peeps through. Okay, and the next one we've got is one that was again kind of really just bits and pieces that I had to hand, and it started based around this one sort of sticker element, which was an Anna Griffin sticker, and I just used that really, and it kind of all built out from there. And we've got here on our ribbon, we've got a nice border sticker on top of the ribbon, and then I've added my little bow on top there as well. I've got some brads going through on these four corners here, just attaching the white paper through to the punched border here, and then just finishing off with 3 little buttons to bring all the colours together. And I love the kind of green and aqua colours, the blue all going together really nicely, and it just says Bliss, which is nice. And then on the inside we've just got one of these sentiment stickers, which is saying roses are red, etc. So I think that's really cute. And then of course behind it you can catch is the holographic card, which is really nice. It just lifts that up a little. Okay, and here's the next one now. So basically we've got a base card, which was a coloured piece of cardstock, but it was white on the outside, which is unusual. So then I covered it with the green, I covered it with another piece of this lovely bluey colour, then a piece of the actual this colour here across the centre there. Then I put my element here that I'd printed and cut, and it only cut the edges off around the edges here on the Imagine. I then had stamped, actually prior to that I'd stamped on it "We make a perfect pair," and then I just added 3 little buttons at the top here. And there. And then it just, on the inside, it just says "Love you." Okay, so here's the next one, and I'm hoping you'll be able to see it, because as you can see, is it's got a lot of spray glitter across it. So what I am hoping is that you can just catch the actual design. We've got a lovely panther on there, and you can see a panther there, and on my cricket I have cut out "Wild About You," but as you can see what we've got is actually on this section here, this rollback of paper is actually part of the design that was printed out. This was on a computer CD where I could decide to roll that back to make it look like a paper roll, and then add that section of colour underneath. It's hard to see because the light's catching the sparkle so much. Then we put this border sticker down the side. We've got some hearts and stickers on there. We've got a second panther element there, which I've just slightly raised up. We've got a "Be Mine" on it, and then "Love" in the corner, then a little bit more of that sticker as well, and a matching pink envelope of course. And then on the inside more spray glitter, which is fab fun to use. Stinks to high heaven, but it's great fun. And then that just says "You and Me," and that's a 3D sticker. And that, I believe, is an Anna Griffin one, and I think these ones might have been Anna Griffin as well. Okay, so here's the next card, and just to show that I've put it with the purple matching envelope, which I always think is rather nice having a coloured envelope. So we've got a very simple card here. This is a stamped element here, which I have, by the looks of it, either die cut myself or had a die cut. Again, to be honest, I can't quite remember. Then I've just put a panel across here with a ribbon around it, stamped again, and then added some teeny weeny gorgeous little pearls. And another one in there. And the little birds here on the ribbon are very sweet, sort of in keeping with the birds on there, which also you can see I've just added some pearls in there as well. So it's just a nice simple card, nothing on the inside, so plenty of space to write your own message. Okay, and then the next card that we've got for you here is probably one of my favourite cartridges to use for Valentine's. This is from the Love Struck cartridge, and I really like this cartridge. It's got some really nice ornate hearts on and lovely sentiments, and I think it's just a really nice cartridge, and it cuts so well. And this one is cut from that, and you can just see how much detail you've got on that. And then you can see behind, I've cut out the base layer, which I've then embossed, the base layer heart. Then I've cut out the ornate layer of the heart, pop that on top. And then on the background here, we've got, which I'm hoping you can catch, I've embossed again with the swirls, which is really nice. And to finish, we've just got a little bow on the side there with a couple of different ribbons, a pink ribbon and a red ribbon, organza put together there. And then on the inside, and I've just matte and layered that up, very simple actually in many ways. And then on the inside, this is just my favourite bit really, almost. You could almost have had that with there and have that as a card on its own right. This is again part of that same cricket cartridge, and basically it supplies you like a base layer, and then you have the detailed layer to go over the top, which is so fun. And again on this one, I have embossed the base layer before putting the red layer on, and the same with this one here, although it probably really doesn't make much difference. You can't really see the embossing on that one, but just so pretty. I really like that, and I like the way that came out, and nice pink on the inside. And then just making a complimentary envelope, which on the camera looks like it clashes terribly, but it actually does go very well. And that's just a handmade envelope using, actually on this occasion, an envelope maker, because this was a basic 6x6 card, so it was nice and easy to do. Lastly, on the actual cards that I have still here, we've got this 8x8 card. This was a pre-cut cardstock card base, so it was already done, and it had this lovely scalloped edge to it. It looks like it's got holes, but actually what it is I've put dots of glitter glue in, and also the spray sparkle on that background. In fact, there's quite a lot of sparkle on it, full stop. So basically what we have is we have our card base. I then put a layer of the red cardstock down, which I have sprayed with gold spray glitter, obviously liking a lot of glitter on this card. I then cut out another one of those hearts from the Love Struck cartridge. This time I really glittered it up in between and on this layer and even on here, just to give it a really different effect. I've taken a piece of gold mirror card and I have embossed it using the hearts embossing folder, and with this embossing folder, because of the size of it, it only goes to about here, so rather than trying to line it up and fiddle around, which you could have done, I've put some ribbon around, and then I've made it look like it's a deliberate thing to leave it blank down there, and I've actually just cut it with a pair of scissors that are very slightly deckled there, and then we've added the Be My Valentine sentiment, and this ribbon's really nice with the gold trim around the edge. And then on the inside, we've just taken some nice paper with all hearts over it, and then a sentiment that says with love, and stuck that down, so nice and simple on the inside as well. And it's almost, and then you can just see that red peeping through on that where the scallops are. Okay, so now we're at the section where I'm going to show you some cards that I no longer have but I have photographs of, and this first one is a pink faded card with a acetate wrap that has silver foiled hearts on it, and then just simply finished off with a organza white ribbon, and I think you'll agree it's very effective. It's a simple card but very effective. This next card is a trifold shaped card, and actually the first sort of section, the first fold had the largest aperture, and that's the one in the purple fold. Then you can see the pink layer just underneath there, and that sort of folded back on itself with another little aperture. And then the final layer was the inside of the card, and all I did on that final layer was just add a little sticker. I can't claim to have made this card. The shape part of it just came ready done, so a really simple card, and it was one of my really early cards that I made, but I thought I would share it with you anyway. Okay, so another one of my early cards, and I think you can see the difference, but I still think it's very pretty and effective, and it's not quite as elaborate as the ones that I make now, but I actually really like that simplistic look. And all we've got here is a pink card, I should think it's about A6, folded in half, put a little bit of mesh, and then layered up the flowers and the corrugated card with the hearts on top, and then just added a peel off sticker with the word love. So really simple, but I think it's still a really pretty card, and I like it for its simplicity. And this card was another one of my earlier cards, and it was just a gorgeous stamp that I've got on a wooden block, and I stamped it on tone, so on this lovely lilac colour, and then I just simply mounted it onto the two pieces of gold mirror card, which I then put onto a cream card base which I had also stamped tone with another stamp, put on my sentiment and a piece of ribbon, and it was finished. And again, I think the simplicity is really appealing on this. I think it looks really effective and pretty. And this next card is an Anna Griffin card, and I really like this card. It's a real fun card, and it's all Anna Griffin. We've got the gorgeous Anna Griffin cardstock, which I've cut out with a lovely scallop border there, layered it up with our animal print, and used these Anna Griffin chipboard letters, which are really good fun. Put a bit of ribbon round an Anna Griffin little button tag thing on there, and then when you open it up, on the inside I've used the Love Struck cartridge, and I've cut out that sort of tigery print heart for the top part of the card, and then on the bottom layer we've got the About You, so it says Wild About You, and I get using that stripy cardstock and the animal pink print because it's a double-sided cardstock of the Anna Griffin that I folded the main card in for half with. So again, on this card we're back to one of my earlier cards, and this was one of the first cards that I made using my Cricut, and it's a really cute card, I think, using, I believe, the Doodle Charms cartridge for the little puppy head, and just cut that out as the main element, inked or chalked it, I can't remember which to be honest, added a little bow, and then I had this fabulous animal print or animal dog and cat kind of pack, paper pack, and I think that was a... So this next card I think is a real traditional looking Valentine's card, and I have to say it was one that I was really pleased with the end result. It was sort of one you weren't sure how it was going to turn out, but what we had here was a red aperture card, and I'd cut a oval circle in the middle section, and then I could fold the right hand
piece behind, and by doing so, by placing in acetate and some foam tape, then sprinkling in my little hearts, I was able to create a shaker card, and then the left hand folded back to create the back of the card, as it were. I hope that makes sense. And I had got a piece of paper that I'd put behind my shaker card, so on the piece that I folded back to stick down to create that shaker card, and it had little hearts on it, little roses on it, and it said, "It is at the edge of a petal that love waits." And then I put on the outside, and the little shaker pieces were little red hearts, little holographic red hearts, so very sweet. The roses that went round were on the front of the card, going round the aperture, and they're all decoupaged, and I think you might be able to just see on the petals, particularly where they kind of were curled over. And these were all printed out on a CD-ROM, from a CD-ROM I should say, and I just had to cut those all by hand, so every layer was cut by hand. I think now I would be able to do it with my silhouette. Then on the inside I just did a similar print using again the vellum, and I did myself an insert which just says, "I know what love is, it is because of you." And I thought that just finished that off and just looks so pretty. I love a vellum insert as well. So as I say, this was one of my favourite Valentine cards because it's just so traditional, I think, and so romantic. This next card, surprisingly, was from the Hello Kitty cartridge, and it was just one of the shaped cards, and I just think it was just a really cute card, and I made it very obviously Valentine-y by adding that particular paper, which I think was Paper Mania, and then just really glittering up the little wings and the heart there, which was very cute. Then on the inside I just added a "I love you," again cut from the Hello Kitty cartridge. The next couple of cards were from the same Anna Griffin collection that I showed you in the actual video section of this video, and this particular one you can see had a lovely velvet ribbon on the front and a little sort of postcard, and it was very simple because it was just a case of pleating the ribbon and then adding the sticker on the front. And then on the inside here I just added a punched layered tab section in the middle and put a sticker with the word love. Being double-sided cardstock, it made it really easy and pretty to use, and then obviously, as you can see, I've lined the envelope. This next card was actually from remnants that were left over from the various bits of cardstock that were left, and I basically created a card that opened up at itself, where you can see that little twisty brad, the brass brad. It opens up on both sides to a central piece that can be written on, and so it's just an illusion that that's one piece on the front, and it's just a sticker there on both corners, adding then a little bit of cardstock on those edges. And being again double-sided cardstock, we just used that one piece without any problems or thoughts of worrying about what the inside would look like, and then just using decor scissors to cut the edges. And as you can see, that's the inside and how it opens up, and I've just layered up a mat and then one of Anna Griffin's little tag, sort of matting tags, sort of her scrapbook pages, journaling tags I suppose. So this is a cute little easel card made using cardstock from the Dawn Bibby collection, and it's just really putting together a little topper, which I then, using the cardstock, created a simple easel card with a lovely little stopper that says "I'm nuts about you," and it's just bright and colourful, and it's a kind of a Valentine's card. It's not really kind of traditionally Valentine's, but it is sort of a cute kind of Valentine's, so I thought I would include it in here because it was just something a little bit different. This next card I really like. I love the colours and the cute sort of face, and again it's not a traditional Valentine's card, but I think it is a really nice kind of cute card that you might want to send on Valentine's if you didn't want to go down the traditional route. The sun is, I believe, from Doodle Charms cartridge, and I have just cut it out on some yellow cardstock and then inked around the edges quite strongly in the oranges, and then to red, and then back with orange to really blend those edges around. I then used a stamp from Peachy King's Stamps, and then I did another stamp saying "You are my sunshine," and then I took 3 coloured silk ribbons and knotted those around the card. I had 2 pieces of cardstock, one of which I'd punched, and I just took my ribbon up above, and that would have been a Martha Stewart punch. And then on the inside I just used some more of that paper with this punched edge and just stamped in the gorgeous orange again, the Love Ya, which I think is really cute. And then another sort of non-traditional kind of Valentine's card, and I'm not sure, you could use this as for Valentine's, you could use it for a birthday, you could use it all different occasions. I'm not going to go into too much detail about this one because this is actually on a video, and I will put the links to all the videos that are related to this video and the cards in it at the end. But this particular one was from Hello Kitty, and you can see it's a gorgeous strawberry, and then on the inside we just stamped very simply "I love you very much," and punching out those cute little butterflies just to finish off the edge there. These next few cards, again, I'm not going to go into too much detail about because there is a video on, well actually it's 2 videos that covers all of these cards, so I thought I would just pop them in so you could have a quick look at them, and then I will put the link to all of these videos at the end of this video, as I said previously. Now this one and the next one that's just coming up, they look very similar, but if you look carefully they're actually slightly different. You'll have a look and you'll see that on this second one there's a heart and it says "I love you so much." So again, it's a similar idea, but you can just change it up a little bit, and I don't think this one is in the video that I did, so that one, and then we're back to the ones that are in the video, and I just think that's very cute, and that's a Martha Stewart punch all the way around, corner punches and border punch combination, and then of course your cute house mouse. So as I say, I'll put a link to all of these ones, or the video for these ones, at the end as well. So now we're back to the more traditional Valentine's romantic type cards again, and this one is a completely digital card that I printed off from a CD-ROM. This is Forever Friends, and I just folded over the corner and added a little extra piece there, braided it through and printed off my little element, as you can see on there, and it's very cute with the "I love you" and the little bears. This card is from the same CD collection, and this one I have printed off the background paper. The bow and the "love you" and all of that was all designed on the actual CD-ROM screen that I was working on. I actually included the bear on that scene that I created because I added the papers myself, added the sentiment all on screen, added the bow, added the ribbon because you can put all the pieces together. I then put the bear on, and then I put the bear next to it on the spare piece of paper. When I printed it out, I had the second pair, and I could cut him out and then decoupage him up, and then over the little rose I just put an epoxy sticker just to highlight the rose, and I think that's really cute. And that is kind of CD crafting, where you are in a way kind of crafting on your screen rather than crafting actually in front of you, but it's fun to do that sometimes, and it really does have some very nice effects, I think. This is a card done from another CD-ROM. This was the Debbie Moore Stitch Valentine CD-ROM, and he was a really cute bear, and this one unlike the previous one, was really kind of using the CD as my craft shop. I literally just created my papers, printed out my decoupage as this topper, and cut and punched and pasted and, you know, everything pretty much from scratch. Instead of having purchased the toppers and the papers, I just printed them myself, but otherwise it was completely crafted. And as I say, it was a big A4 card, and it was just a really fun card to make. So this next card was a commission that I got, and as you can see, it's a little bit different, and it was a light bulb that I took from a Cricut cartridge called Wall Decor and More. Really great cartridge, actually, loads on there. And I used cream cardstock and red mirror cardstock for the light bulb and for the You Light Up My Life sentiment. That also was cut on the Cricut, and I mean, that could be from any cartridge because there's so many that you can cut normal circles and scallop circles from. The cardstock itself that created the easel card was also again from the Anna Griffin collection, again, that Valentine collection, being double-sided. It made it nicer, but obviously what I needed to do, because it was an easel card, I needed to put another piece of the patterned cardstock that matched the base on the folded section with the light bulb on, and obviously there you can see I made sure that it matched up perfectly so that it all followed down nicely. And the PS I Love You, I can't remember which cartridge that's from, to be honest, that would have been cut on the Cricut as well. And again, I used the red mirror card behind the cream cardstock, and then just finishing off with a bit of red ribbon, and I think it worked really, really well, and it looks a bit of fun for a Valentine's card. Okay, and the last card, I'm not going to go again into too much detail on this one because this one has actually got a video with it, so again I will put a link at the end of this video for you to click on, and you'll be able to go and watch this if you want to. But this was a very cute easel card using Hunky Dory cardstock. Close up there of the actual heart, and you can see it just looks like it's kind of hanging in space. You can't really see the mechanism there. And then the actual sentiment down the front, I used a Spellbinder's die after I had put it through my foiling machine. I printed it out and then put it through my foiling machine, and then I put it through my Spellbinder's die. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I will now add in the links for you, but I'd love to hear your comments, and I will see you again next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!